Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am making some broccoli cheddar soup with chicken. So chicken broccoli cheddar soup, I guess. So right now I'm just cutting up the broccoli. I pre-cut this before making the soup because I didn't want to try and have to cut the broccoli while my butter and everything else was melting. So it's easier if you have the broccoli pre-cut. I'm using 2 cups of broccoli, or two full florets of broccoli. So you could add more, you could add less. I'm cutting up the onion. So the recipe calls for 1/4 cup of onion, and I just cut up half an onion. I think after putting it in the soup itself, you couldn't really taste it. Like, it added a little bit of flavor, but I don't think you could really taste it. So if you're not a huge onion fan, it's not really needed. If you are a huge onion fan, maybe do the whole onion or do what you feel is best. But here I am just cutting up the onions. So and next we'll move on to actually starting. So the recipe calls for 1/4 cup of butter. If you know me, you know that I don't measure anything. I just look at it and see if it looks okay. So I just added in a big scoop of butter. And I just added the onions there a second ago, as you probably saw. And now I'm adding the flour. So this recipe I am building from scratch. So this is 4 tablespoons of flour that I'm adding. And then I will stir and mix it together. I think my butter melted a little bit too much before I could mix in the flour. So it didn't mix as well as I would have liked it to. Just because my butter kind of melted a lot faster than me getting to add in my flour a lot faster. So maybe next time I'll have that flour pre-measured out, and then that way my butter won't melt as fast. So we'll see for next time. So now that I've mixed that all in, and the flour has mixed in well with the onions and the butter, I am going to add some half and half. You need 2 cups of half and half. There's my husband being like, "What is this?" Yeah, he was wondering what was going on and why it was taking so long. So that is 1 cup of half and half. I will add another cup of half and half, so it's 2 full cups of half and half. And then you will add 2 cups of vegetable broth or vegetable stock. I personally added the stock or the broth. The stock, I can't really taste the difference between the broth and the stock, so it's kind of just, personal preference, what you like. So now I'm just mixing away, and I currently have the temperature of the stove on medium, and I just added the broccoli, and then you add the carrots and stir that together, and then you go ahead and put a lid on it and turn it to about boiling. You want it to be boiling at this point, so you can start simmering for 15 minutes. So I just added salt and pepper. The recipe does call for 1/4 cup, or not a cup, 1 tablespoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of pepper. And I just did it by looks. Again, by looks. The recipe, oh, there's my little girl, FYI. Just wanting some chips in the background. The recipe does call for nutmeg, which is what you just saw me adding there. That I did measure out. It is a 1/4 teaspoon. And then go ahead and mix all those spices in together. Stir it well, and then you will cover and simmer for 15 minutes. So I also did chicken because my husband wanted chicken. So I was cooking chicken on the other side of the stove. And now I'm just cutting it up whilst the 15 minutes is going on for my soup to be simmering. And I just added in the chicken. I do add in more because he likes a lot more. So now the 15 minutes is up, and the very last step you do is add in cheese. This specific recipe calls for 2 cups of cheddar cheese. I just grabbed a whole bunch of cheese of what I felt like it looked good. So if you want to go by the recipe, go ahead and do that. I just added as much cheese as I thought would melt with it and taste good. So I did it by feel for that. So then I go ahead and stir that all in, and I actually let it cook for about 2 more minutes with the cheese just to get it melted enough. And then I went ahead and served. So 2 minutes later, this is what it looks like with the cheese more melted. And then I got a scoop full ready. I think because I used vegetable broth, it was a little bit thicker. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please subscribe. Please like it if you did. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.